Hi everyone, and welcome to my June 2015 pickups video. I've already done my video for manga, so I'll link that both on screen here and in the description. So if you want to see what I got manga wise this month, I go into a lot of detail in that video. This is everything else. This is the anime, the figures, the art book I got, everything. And there's quite a bit, a lot more than I was actually expecting, because I didn't really realize that there'd be end of financial year sales on, so I ended up buying a lot more anime than I thought I would. I didn't know if I was going to buy any anime this month, so that completely changed. I'll just go into that just kind of quickly, but first off, before any of that, I want to thank all of you guys so much. I have over 100 subscribers now, which in just under a month is a huge achievement, and I never really expected that. Thank you all again. Just I'm honestly speechless. But if there's any sort of video you want to see for me, for my 100 subscribers video, comment or message me. I'll try to do whatever you recommend or ask within my own personal ability to do so. But that's not why we're here. I'm going to start with the figures, actually, just because they're closest and they're a bit fiddly to put away otherwise. So they're set up. First off is a Big in Japan order, which I ordered in December last year. I paid for her up front, so I didn't have to worry about actual cost of the item. But she came probably mid-month. And that is the Senbon Sakura Miku Nandroid. If you're a fan of Miku, I definitely recommend this one. She's absolutely adorable. I don't really follow Vocaloid that much personally, but I really love the different outfits that Miku does get. She's got quite a few cute accessories with this one as well. She's just typical Nendo size, what you would expect. She's only got 2 faceplates, but with her bicycle, with her little stick of Sakura, and all her various hands and sleeves, I think it's alright. She's a normal priced Nandroid, so accessories wise, she comes with quite a bit. Her hat is magnetized. The magnet, I know a couple people have a problem with staying on there, but I haven't really found an issue with it. She's very, 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 very cute. Next is another Nandroid. I've got the pair on here, but I did only just get the one this month, and that is, careful, Kageyama from Haikyuu. This one I was really impressed with, similarly with Hinata, because it comes with a lot of extras. The stand itself is quite unique. There's a bit going on, and there's a lot of accessories it comes with, so you can pose them. You can see here they're doing the Monster Quick little thing there. But for a series that is just a sports, typical high school show, there's no magic, there's no intricate costumes, there's no swords or guns or any mech, anything like that. We get quite a lot of accessories, which I think is a good attention to detail by a good smile. You get 3 faceplates with both of these characters, as well as little accessories. Kageyama has a little crown. They both come with their volleyballs. It's just nice to see a little bit of effort put into a figure that is from kind of a more normal series. It's nice to see the little extras we get. Also from that order, which was from Amiami, I got a new art book, which is Black Butler Artworks 2 by Yana Tabasso. As you can probably tell from the artwork, it is the second art book of Black Butler, and this one is absolutely gorgeous. Similarly to the first one, it's got more manga artwork. It's got some artwork from the second season of Black Butler, not everyone's favorite, but it's interesting to see the promotional art she did for it. And I'm going to go into this in some more detail within this week. It's just absolutely beautiful, and similar amount of pages, similar weight, hardback, ribbon closure, just really, really, really lovely book. And now I'm going to get into the anime. Now there's mostly Blu-rays here. There's one Australian release, the rest are Sentai releases, and there's one DVD release. So I'll go through those now. Careful. The Australian Blu-ray release is the Madman Studio Ghibli release of the Tale of the Princess Kaguya. This is a film I saw in cinemas here, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I haven't seen the dub, but I trust it's fairly good, typical of a G-Kids dub. But I really, really do love Takahata's films, almost more so than Miyazaki. He tells a very different type of story. It's a bit more mature than some of the Miyazaki stuff, but this film in particular has just a phenomenal art style. It's just gorgeous to watch animated. The story, if you're familiar with the legend of Princess Kaguya, you should already know, but in itself, it's just a beautiful, beautiful character piece with that kind of mythological setting or fantasy-esque storytelling. It's very, very interesting and different, and just has some of the most gripping animation choices I think I've seen in a while. Next is the only DVD series I got this month, which is Lovely Complex. If you know me, you know that Lovely Complex is probably my favorite shoujo of all time. It's very, very funny. It's quite genre aware. It doesn't fall into any of the typical traps that shoujo does. And it's really nice to have a main couple, our main characters, as friends first and foremost, rather than a romantic pair. It's nice to see a couple that actually likes each other, I think is what I'm trying to get at. It's set in Osaka, so not your typical Japanese accents that you may be used to if you can tell that sort of thing. But this show is absolutely hilarious. It's got a great sense of humor, but it also does its dramatic and emotional scenes very, very well. It's by Toei, so the animation itself isn't great. It's middle of the road. It's not atrocious, but it doesn't look like anything special. But the story itself, the characters itself, is just great. A lot of fun, and again, nice to see both main characters who are likable, the side characters who are likable, and just a story that kind of seems a lot more real than some of these other shoujo titles. Next is the first half of the first season of Haikyuu. If you couldn't tell by now, I'm quite a big fan of Haikyuu. I think it's one of the better sports shows that we've had recently. Insofar that it's actually about the sport, but it's still engaging enough for people who aren't that into said sport. It's also very, very realistic with the sport being played. It's not like Kuroko where you're like, oh, what magic powers are they going to get into now? it's a bit more down to earth. The characters are all fantastic. Every team has just a huge cast of likable characters, various different personalities. They bounce off each other very well, and just overall great pace, great soundtrack, great story. I just love Haikyuu. Can't wait for the second half. Next is, I'm going to do this one first, the second half of the first season of Little Busters. I really love Little Busters. I think it's my favorite of the key works, Angel Beats being a close second. I like Clannad, I like Canon. I was impressed with Air. It was a lot better than I expected, but I find those series a little too melodramatic for me. This one, I don't know whether it's the focus on friendship, or the mystery intrigue, or the cast of characters, that maybe it's a more balanced cast between guys and girls. I don't know quite what it is, but Little Busters has a sort of heart where I don't feel like it's manipulating me to feel things. I think it just kind of organically grows those feelings. I don't feel like it's being melodramatic, I think is what I'm trying to say. Second half of the first season, very, very, very good. And also the second season, which is Little Busters Refrain. Similarly to Clannad, this is a series where you have to watch both seasons to get the full story. I really like Riki as the main character. I like all of the girls, pretty much. Kotori's a bit annoying, but she's not excruciatingly annoying. And the other main male characters are also nice to see and very varied and interesting with their personalities as well. This is a fantastic series. I recommend it to pretty much everyone. I think it's easier to recommend than Clannad or Canon, because those are such emotional series, heavy-hitting series that are going to make you cry. Little Busters has that, but it also has that, it has an easier balance between the happiness, the silliness, and kind of the melodramatic sadness and depressing stuff, if that makes sense. I don't know if it does, but that's probably the best way I can explain it. Next is parts 1 and part 2 of Space Brothers. I love this series. I haven't finished it. I've been watching it on Crunchyroll. I started watching it when it first came out, and then I got to about episode 70 and just never got back to it. I really, really, really love the idea of space travel. I think, personally, it's something that's always interested me. I don't think I'll ever become an astronaut, but I think this captures the sense of wonder of space that a lot of people have. It's very interesting to see a series focused more on an older male character, as in his 30s. It's a seinen, but it's not kind of that gritty, hardcore seinen that some people, or that seems to dominate the genre. It's got a lot of hope, it's got a lot of whimsy, and a lot of, like, almost a dreamlike quality, because it's fulfilling your dreams a little bit. Being able to be an astronaut, to go to space, to go to the moon. It's a little bit fantastical that humans are even able to do that. So this series, I think, captures that very, very well. Again, all the characters are very likable in this series. They're all very human. There's good and bad qualities to them all. But Muta, the main character, he's just a riot. He's so real. You can really sympathize with him. And just the accuracy for some of the American setting, both NASA and restaurants, things like that. It's nice. It's funny to see the kind of disconnect between Japanese and American culture. But this show is great. I think it's going to be 7 or 8 parts because it is a long series. It's about 99 episodes, I think. So I don't know when I'm going to get more of it, but I'm definitely going to watch the rest of it soon. Next is a guilty pleasure of mine. I find it absolutely hilarious, and that is Utano Prince Summer. It's not a very good show in of itself, but it's ridiculous, it's fun, it's got great music, it's got a great cast of voice actors or seiyuu. It's just really campy. I don't know, it doesn't take itself seriously, so you can have a lot of fun with it. It's just so over the top and enjoyable. You can be in the worst mood, and this show, in my experience, just absolutely brightens up your day. It's so funny. There is not an episode where I'm not absolutely crying of laughter. And I don't know why that is. Well, I do know why that is. It's just ridiculous. And I really, really, really love it. It looks amazing on Blu-ray. It's all on Crunchyroll, I'm pretty sure. And it's just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Next is something kind of on the completely opposite spectrum of that, and that is Colorful, the movie. This is a very quiet, character-focused film. I haven't seen the dub, so I don't know how good it is, but the subs are fantastic. It's very much a character piece. It does have kind of a mystery to it, but that's not really what the story's trying to tell. I think this film will affect different people in different ways, but it's very realistic despite the kind of fantastical setup to it. It's gorgeous animation-wise, which is expected from a movie, and it's just got a really interesting story to tell. I've wanted this for a very long time, and I was not disappointed at all. And then finally is the OVA collection and the 3rd season of The World God Only Knows. I really, really enjoy The World God Only Knows. I've never seen the dub. I watched it on Crunchyroll first, so I'm used to the Japanese. But, this is a harem, one of the few harems I actually really enjoy. Oh, plastic on there. I'm not a huge fan of harems just because I find them quite one-note and rote, and the female characters are never too interesting. But this one, I think, has a great cast of female characters. The main guy is very interesting, and once it starts getting into plot, it handles that just as well as it handles the harem aspects of it. It's just, overall, a very good, a very slick adaptation. I know there are parts missing from the manga in this show, but I don't think you lose too much, overall. So, I really do enjoy this show, and I'm glad I could get the opportunity to pick it up and to finish it. And that's pretty much it. You can see my stack of... Bring it over this side. Anime I got, which is quite a lot. Like, that is a lot for me, especially with the bad exchange rate at the moment. I really was not expecting to get this much at all, but again, like I said, sales, and I had the money, and I wanted to get things that I wouldn't otherwise spend the money on. I think with Funimation titles, I try to buy the box, like, limited edition sets sooner rather than later, because I do like those boxes. But when things are in keep cases just like this, I don't mind waiting for it. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I know some people get things, like, as soon as they're released. I can't really afford to do that. And Australian releases are generally more expensive than the US releases anyway, so I have to kind of bide myself with local spending as well. But anyway, you aren't really that interested in that, I'm sure. But thank you for watching. Next month, I don't know. Well, I've got one figure coming, I know, because Good Smile has charged me for it. So it should be here in the next couple of days. I might do an unboxing of that. Comment if you want to see that, because that's something I haven't done yet. I've got one anime, if I can figure out what Right Stuff's doing. And I've got probably manga. I don't know. I think I do have manga. Who knows? We'll see next month. This time next month. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you spending the time to watch this 20-minute video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!